Have you ever felt like there's this huge gap between what you intend to do and what you actually do? Well, it turns out it's not really a lack of willpower. It's more of an architecture problem. Today, we're going to explore the literal blueprint of your mind to see how habits are built, brick by neurological brick. And that right there, that's the core challenge. That feeling of resistance, that mental friction, that's exactly what we're going to learn how to dismantle. And we'll do it by understanding the brain's own engineering principles. We all know this feeling, right? You have the absolute perfect intention. You're going to exercise more, read more, be more productive. But actually turning that intention into something you do consistently, well, it can feel like you're wading through mud. So what is really going on here? Why does that first burst of motivation seem to just fade away, leaving us right back where we started? The answer isn't that you're lazy. It's all about how your brain is literally wired. Okay, here's the problem in a nutshell. We have this grand vision, right? A magnificent skyscraper of a goal. But the very first action we have to take, it's just a single lonely brick. And that massive gap between the vision and that tiny first step, that's where friction thrives and motivation just dies. So to bridge that gap, we need to go right to the source, the brain's own command center for automation. This is where the real construction work happens. All right, meet the star of our show, the basal ganglia. This small but incredibly powerful region is the absolute key to turning that conscious, difficult effort into an unconscious, easy habit. So, think of the basal ganglia as the construction foreman for your mind. It takes the architect's blueprints, that's your intention, and it starts automating the whole process, laying brick after brick until you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's basically the brain's autopilot system. So how does this foreman actually rewire our brains? And I mean, this isn't just a fun metaphor. It's a physical process of changing your internal neural architecture. And the goal of all this rewiring? It's pretty profound. It's about taking that fragile, easily broken effort you feel on day one and forging it into something permanent, a state of what you could call cognitive clarity, where the right action just happens automatically. You know, the science really boils down to a three-step engineering project. It all starts with initial effort, that conscious push to lay that very first brick. That single action when you repeat it is what signals the brain to bring in the demolition and the construction crews, synaptic pruning and neuroplasticity. Let's break down how they work. Now think about this. Before you can build anything new, what do you have to do? You got to demolish the old stuff, right? That's the first major phase in our brain's construction project. It's called synaptic pruning. This is literally your brain's demolition crew actively dismantling the old, inefficient neural pathways of your bad habits to clear the site for something new. Okay, so once the old structure is cleared out, the building can finally begin. This is neuroplasticity, the process of engineering and reinforcing that new neural highway. Every single time you repeat the behavior you want, you're laying another paver on that road, making it smoother, faster, and eventually the brain's default route. So when this whole rewiring process is complete, the result is something, well, it's far more powerful than just a new habit. You've created an automated mind. And this, right here, is the real takeaway. It's time to stop chasing fleeting motivation. The goal is to consciously engineer a biological blueprint, a system inside your brain that just runs on its own. So what does this finished skyscraper actually look like? What's the real payoff for all this neuroconstruction? It isn't just about being better. We're talking about sustained peak performance day in and day out. We're talking about unlocking permanent cognitive clarity, where the path forward is always obvious, and developing a relentless, automated precision that gets things done without draining all your willpower. And you know, maybe the most empowering part of all of this is realizing you aren't just a resident of your mind. You are its chief architect. Just let that sink in for a second. By understanding this process, you gain the ability to consciously direct it. You can choose which pathways to prune and which ones to build. You can literally engineer your own internal neural architecture to serve your highest goals. So the only question left is the one that really matters. You have the blueprint, you have the tools,